On to the races. Or off to the races instead of off to the races?
Off to the races actually does sound like a really
that's the
good episode title.
Oh, all right.
That's a good one. I like that.
I'm pretty
I'm
pleased.
kind of upset I didn't think of that.
Jumping back in. So you go to the house. It looks in the same style as every other house, just a bit older. Where the regular house is, it's more modern materials. This is a bit older. You could definitely tell it's been repainted a few times over the years that they've lived there. But it's in like a minor state of disarray. What I mean by that is the lawn is overgrown a bit. Nothing crazy, just slightly off. The mailbox has plenty of letters in it. There are newspapers by the doorway that have just kind of started piling up. All the shades are closed. It just doesn't seem like anybody's been there for quite some time. But it's not like nature is overtaken.
Mm-hmm.
Penelope, dearest, care to help your old man clean up a little bit and do something nice for our neighbors?
You want to roll manipulate?
That depends. Do I need to manipulate my daughter into helping me?
Oh, yeah.
All right. We're off to a god-awful start. Manipulate is plus charm, which is a 0.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 5.
Mark experience.
So it's just up to you, Nell.
She's not going to help him.
Right.
Nell wants to try to get in the house.
Can Ed try to manipulate Yia Yia as a separate role to see if she'll help him out in his journey to be a better father?
Sure.
Oh, much better. That is a 10.
All right, Yaya, it's still up to you, but you get +2 forward.
Yeah, Yia says to Nell, where Ed can't hear. So if Nell went to go try to get into the house and Ed's trying to work on the lawnmower, she goes up to Nell where she so that Ed maybe can't hear what she's saying, and she says to Nell, your father doesn't quite feel the different magics and the things that we do. You might want to keep an eye on him because I don't have a good feeling about this kind of place.
She's gonna do a big sigh and she's gonna go, okay, yeah. I'm doing it for you. And then she goes over to her dad.
And then I think when Nell's back is turned, Yai gives a little thumbs up to Ed.
I like this team up. Yaya, you have +2 forward, and you can use
Great.
it for any context. But you can also split them into 1 and 1.
Yeah. What I want to do right now, while that's going on, if possible, unless do you guys want to do a thing first? Because you should do a thing first.
No. Set up what you want to do, and then this will take a moment.
I would like to touch the front door and use magic to peer at another time or place, and I want to see if I can try to. That was the thought. Okay, yeah. I want to try to see if I can see what the situation was when the Rices left and what made them leave or aren't there anymore.
Yep.
That's my vision. I want to have a vision of a vision. So I'm gonna roll use magic.
Yay.
And I have some thoughts of use magic-y things. Let me see. I'm just trying to see what I can use for what my bonuses are, because I have that.
Use the bonuses you got from Ed.
I might, because I don't have to decide to use those until till after I roll, right?
Yeah, you can wait.
Great. No, I just have a +1 to use magic because of my grimoire, in my thing. Okay, sorry. So it's a +3. Okay. 4. That's a 4. 8 + 3 is 11. So I don't need to use any holds.
Ooh.
Nice.
So you put your hand against the door, and you focus mainly on the feel of the wood that's there. Try to connect to its more natural state. You get almost like a reflection off of water from behind your eyelids. You see a vision of the past. You're trying to see the last time they were there. What are you trying to look at?
I want to see why they left or what made them leave, or my idea is sort of to see if there's sort of if I can see what that situation looked like were they speaking when they left? What was the decision? Yeah, that's kind of the idea of why did they leave, under what circumstances? Was it their decision? Was it not? That kind of thing.
Great minds.
So you put your hand on the door, and in this vision, where your hand is, you see the hand of an older gentleman. With sleeves there, and you see that the hand, the sides are slightly burned.
Of the door? Of his hand.
Of the hand as he pushes through it. And inside you see like a lamp that's on and an elderly lady sitting in the chair. And the door swings open and you see the elderly lady sit up. She's reading a book. She throws it to the side and just goes, "Darling, what happened?" And you, taking the POV of this man, see him tumbling, and you see dropping out of his hand is a Geiger meter.
Yeah.
And some equipment that he must have brought. And just hear, like he's having trouble breathing, and just goes, "Found her." And you see Mrs. Rice come up, and as she takes a step, you see almost like a cold sweat break out of her face as she goes forward and just kind of goes, "Darling, and then the vision just fades as you see blurs around the man's eyes as his vision is being overtaken and he passes out. But one of the things that you don't see is ever leaving. And that is the last recollection of the door.
Okie dokie. Artichokey.
So we radioactive.
I don't know.
Radioactive.
We elephants footing this bitch.
I really
Chernobyl
like
of us.
Fallout.
Something about a demon core and a screwdriver.
Okie dokie. Fucking chokey. All right. I think that while Yai's doing that, Yai's like having this moment,
Yeah.
and it's
It
Nell and
takes far longer in reality than it does in the vision. So we then look to you, Ed, and Nell as you just kind of take the mower. It's like a manually powered mower. It isn't anything electric. And it's like rusted and like...
Yeah, it's like a wheel of rusted dull razors on a stick.
Yep. What are you two doing?
Ed, like, notices Nell, I imagine very reluctantly, like, just kind of keeping an eye on him, not participating, but just there watching her dad work. And he takes that as like, oh my gosh, my daughter wants to spend time with me. And starts pushing the mower and like, kind of over his shoulder, like, turns to Nell. It's just like, Nell, maybe one day I can teach you how to use a push mower and maybe some maintenance along the way, some family bonding time.
Yes. Teach me how to use a push mower where the instructions are in the name.
I'm obsessed with this.
Maybe I can teach you to use a push mower where the primary instruction is in the name.
Good shit. It's so good.
You'd be surprised the intricacies of such a device. He's just like, damn it, you're losing her, Ed. Knowing full well that Nell is not paying very close attention because how interesting can cutting grass really be?
I mean, if it's rusty and he's struggling, then it's a little entertaining for her.
Yeah, it sounds like a tank going down the road at a certain asshole's birthday party. But I reach into my pocket and reach around my series of pens and various stickers and collectibles to try to find that stone that Yia Yia gave me. And I would like to roll to act under pressure to see if I can subtly drop it without Nell noticing.
It's an evil eye, just like
it's not a rock.
Yeah, isn't it like a polished stone?
Yeah, but it's also like blue.
With like an eye on it.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to say it doesn't look like a regular rock.
No, I know, and that's why I want to roll for it. I just want to see if I can subtly drop it without Nell noticing. Okay, that is a dirty 14.
So in like, you time it perfectly. You literally time it in between her blinking.
Beautiful.
When there's a blink, you toss it in the grass. You think it's the grass that's overgrown, but you actually toss it into a pile of something in the grass. But you just notice that it is where you put the amulet.
Ed then, like, with the bravado of a freshman in an improv class,
I love this.
goes like, oh, what's this? And picks up the stone.
Nell will perk up at that because she'll think he like actually found something.
He'll pick up the stone from the...
So as you pick it up, because it's attached to a chain, there's just feathers stuck in it.
There's what?
Feathers.
Did I kill a bird with it? What the fuck?
You looking in the grass, there are like feathers. Like, not a whole bunch, but just like discarded from like a big ass bird.
What the fuck?
Like they're big feathers?
Yeah, they're big.
Like on a scale of pigeon to eagle, what are we
Yeah.
talking here?
We're talking bigger than an eagle. We're talking ye old quill feather.
Okay, so like something you put in your hat.
I love that
Yeah.
all of our eyes just went wide at that.
So Ed, with a mix of like trying to fake this interaction for his daughter, but also like, damn, that's a huge fucking feather, is just like, oh, what's this? And goes down, picks up the amulet in one hand and the feather in the other, and turns around to Nell. It's like, Nell, look what I found.
Because the feather is bigger than the evil eye. She's going to be like, that's a strange feather.
You know, I saw it and I thought of you, and perhaps you could use it for your whimsy and magics and such.
I like the idea that Ed is still uncomfortable with magic, so he just calls it Nell's whimsy.
I love that.
It's like when men don't know how to talk about periods.
Yeah.
It's the same energy.
He's like, yes, the lady, your lady's time. It's yes, your whimsy. It's so good.
Strawberry week.
Awful.
It's apparently a saying in Germany I had no idea about. Anyway, so he turns around and like feels this moment of just like, maybe this is how I'll connect with her, by giving her things that are interesting to her.
Trinkets.
Cool rocks.
I'm literally peacocking right now. I'm just like, look at this cool rock I found.
I mean, yeah, she'll come up and she'll like still fixate on the feather. Like she'll definitely take the feather, and like you kind of have to like point out the evil eye a little more to her because she's like so focused on like, this is a big ass bird. Like, what was this?
I've seen one of these in Yia Yia's china cabinet. Perhaps it's valuable?
And she'll kind of do definitely like, oh, that's an evil eye. Hey, Yia Yia, and she'll turn around. Is this yours?
Ed, while you're turned around, is just like, hold on, it was evil? Like, in his head, just fully is just like, what the fuck you mean Yia Yia tried to curse me? Yeah, he's like holding it farther away now.
And Yai's like, in her vision on the door, just
Yeah,
like
she's not
not at
hearing
all.
you.
Fucking that's so ravening in the corner.
Yeah.
All right, what are you going to do with the amulet?
Nell, it has it seems to have a rather nice, uncursed chain around it. Perhaps you could wear it. I don't look the best in jewelry, or at least that's what your mother says.
I mean, if it is Yia Yia's, it means it's a protection charm, and considering that she's magic and I'm magic and you're not magic, you should probably hold on to that. It's not a curse, it's to like help evil things not happen to you.
Ed is like trying to hold back a manly tear in front of his daughter because he's just like, my daughter wants to protect me.
It's not hidden. Now you fully see that he's like tearing up.
That's so good.
But like a happy smile, like
Yeah.
my eyes are watering, but like I'm like
Like the
grim,
Grinch's heart grew 3 times that day sort of look. Just like,
truly. And Ed, like midway through her sentence, just starts like putting it on as quickly as possible because it's the same energy as like the newly come out kid in the family, where it's just like, I love my lesbian daughter, just like I'm
Yeah.
rocking the shirt. I love my magic daughter.
Meanwhile, in Nell's mind, she's just like, oh yeah, he's squishy. Like, let's try not to get him killed.
he's squishy.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's basically why Yai gave it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ed, so you have +1 armor.
+1 armor. Okay.
Sorry. I thought I should have said that at the beginning. I didn't.
Nah,
I
it's
think it's
fine.
funnier that he didn't know.
It means like when you take harm, if it's not armor ignoring, some moves do that, then you just subtract 1 from the harm.
Got it.
Yeah, so if it's like 2 and it's not, and I would tell you if it's armor ignoring, then you just take 1.
So Ed puts it on as quickly as possible. It's just like, thank you, Nell. I appreciate the magic that you do. He like doesn't know how to talk about it. He doesn't really understand how he's supposed to approach his daughter on the topic. So he's just in the best way that he knows how. It's like, I appreciate you.
Nell pauses and gives Ed a look. You appreciate the magic that I do. You appreciate the magic that got me in trouble. The magic that broke things and set mini fires at school that gave me detention. The magic that I didn't understand how or why it was happening. So when you asked for an explanation, I would say, I don't know, because I really didn't know at the time why they were happening. Then you'd say that wasn't a good enough excuse and demand to know why I was doing these things. And I would repeat, I don't know. And then you would be like, don't raise your voice at me. And I'd be like, I'm not, when I was. And when we go back and forth until either you'd send me to my room or I'd storm off. And when that magic turned my hair pink, you thought I dyed it just to spite you. And not only blamed me, blamed CJ too. And CJ, do you appreciate the magic that he has as well? Were you showing your appreciation when you tried to shoot my best friend with a gun?
Ed just kind of starts rubbing the magic eye amulet, hoping that it also guards him from emotional damage.
Oh, God.
Nope.
And like any like joy or tears from his face immediately just sink as like he's like basically trying to keep his mouth closed because he's like just kind of slack-jawed at his daughter just reading him like a fucking book right now. He stops. He kind of looks at Yia. Yaya's tweaking in the corner and touching the door. So I'm on my own for this one. Ed just kind of stops and is kind of rubbing the amulet. It's not working. And he just looks down at the freshly mowed grass in the patch in front of him and the pile of feathers, because that's there, I guess. But he just kind of looks down, defeated, and just takes a deep breath and just holds out his hand as she's like listing all of these things in kind of like a that's enough, but not in an angry way, not in a like shut your fucking mouth kind of way, more so in a like I get it, I've had enough, I've been hit, I'm knocked down.
I've been hit.
And he puts his hand down and just like kind of takes a slight step forward towards Nell and just goes, I am sorry. And I know that that might not mean anything to you, to your mother, to this town, but I have been trying in the only ways that I know how, and magic is not one of those ways I know how to handle. Maybe your mother does, but he just kind of keeps stumbling over words. He's looking down. He's like hoping that his daughter says something, but rightfully so. You're kind of chilling there angry at me. And he looks up with like kind of his tears welling up in his face. He's just like, I just don't want you to end up like Millie. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you happy. And I'm not doing a very good job of that. And I'm sorry.
Nell looks a little shocked when he says he doesn't want her to end up like Millie. And she just kind of takes it in. And then with the second, I'm sorry, it really hits. And she doesn't know that tears are welling up in her eyes. And goes, I've been waiting for you to say that for so long. And then she just runs in for a hug.
Ed pulls her in close, also like very much tearing up, but just so grateful that like he's been able to have this conversation with his daughter, and just kind of pulls her in and talks to her as he's holding her against his chest and just says, I wasn't strong enough, but you, oh my gosh, you're sending pillars in the parking lot and lighting things on fire and magically changing your hair? Like, you are so much stronger than I ever could be. I love you, Nell.
Love you too, Dad.
And I don't know how to transition out of this moment. I'm going to be perfectly honest. This is about as far as I thought I could go with it.
I like the idea that Yia was like, came out like a few, like maybe 30 seconds before, but like she sort of like saw that they were hugging and then just like goes back to pretending because she's like, let them have this moment.
That seems very on brand. But as what breaks you, Yia Yia, out of the facade and then the two of you out of your hug is, it sounds like a car crash. And the sound of a baby crying and ripping metal.
There's a demon baby beating up cars.
It's one of those things where I want to go, like, we got to go and deal with that, but I really want to go investigate this house. And also we got the fucking feather. Okay. No, Yai's a healer. She would run immediately towards it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is down the street. You see a woman holding a baby. Both are fine. Just one person, they're both fine. But they're standing outside of a silver minivan on like the middle of the road. It's like on the street next there. You see the woman, she is sobbing, the baby is crying, and you see neighbors coming out of their homes just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. One of which is Taylor and Maurice. They run out of their house. It's on their street, and you run towards them. Yeah, you see that the woman's got like a little cut on her forehead, but she is fine. The baby's completely fine, just rattled from what happened. The woman, she's sobbing. She's not making a lot of sense. She's, oh my God. And you see, like I said, the silver minivan. You see that the sides of it are actually completely fine. It's the top of it. The top looks as though it was ripped open.
Sardine can style?
I need you all to roll investigate a mystery.
Fuck.
Oh,
Fucking
fuck
birds,
me.
man. Oh, God.
Shit.
8 for your girl. 8.
6 for Ed.
No?
I'm gonna mark experience and use luck.
Also Trav. Mark experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I level up.
Cool. You'll level up at the beginning
I
of next
also
episode.
level up.
You'll both level up at the beginning of next episode.
I'm 1 away from leveling up.
Jesus, I think you've leveled up the most.
Yeah.
You know? Don't worry about it.
All right, so we're gonna start with
It's very Felicity of me.
Ed. You just see like the commotion of what's going on. You're still like emotionally messed up from that tender moment, so you're just like discombobulated. What did you roll? Yeah.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, 8. So you go there and you immediately go to the woman and you connect the dots between the silver minivan, a child, and a woman, and know that it is Lulu.
Yeah.
And you go over to her. You see again that she's just got like minor cuts and bruises. The baby is completely fine. You could see in the back that they had like a really nice car seat, so
Good.
protected it really well.
Where is Andy?
The top of it looks like it was ripped open. It is open, not like a tin can, like nails opening it open.
Do I see Andy?
Well, I'm gonna go to Nell.
Oh, sorry. I got too ahead of the game.
Nell, you run up and immediately you're just locked in on the car. And like Yia, you put together that it must be Lulu Pert and their baby. Andy is not there. You have no idea, and you look and you run to the driver's seat. And you see that the top was open, primarily locked in on that front seat. The entire thing is open, but you see that whoever ripped it from the top of where that driver's seat is. And you can see on the jagged edge pieces of clothing. It looks like just like a jacket or a shirt that must have caught on, and a few feathers that are stuck onto that side.
Yeah, she's gonna look up to see if she sees anything in the sky.
You look up and you can see nothing.
Okay.
You just can hear the distant call of this twisted bird-like noise. Not quite like a bird noise, but it's not dissimilar to a bird noise.
Okay.
Da-da-da.
if Yia doesn't see Andy, so Yaya's gonna go over to Lulu and try to, I know she only has cuts and bruises, but I still think like sort of looks her over, says like, it's okay, Kurita, it's okay, here, drink this, it'll calm your nerves, you have to take some breaths and you have to be calm for your baby, okay? And she like pulls out some tea from a little thermos that's not, doesn't have any weird meat or noodle products in it. She tries to get her to calm down also so that she can ask like questions.
You see Lulu just like trying to take deep breaths. She's terribly crying. She takes a sip of the tea and it definitely does help just like a tiny bit. Just enough where she can get her bearing. She's not stopped crying or like hyperventilating, but it's lessened.
Yeah.
And she looks around. She goes, Andy, did anybody see Andy? Did anybody see him? And then you see Maurice run out. She's like, Lulu. And he like immediately runs to her, like grabs her shoulders, like, are you? He looks at her and the baby and she's like, you okay? What the hell happened? Lulu looks at him like with her free hand grabs his like shoulder and she goes, it looked like a bird took him. I don't know. They flew and she like points down one street, but then she like stops and I was like, no, it went there. I don't know. The car turned around after it grabbed him. I don't know where it went.
Ed, being vastly unuseful in all of this, would like to try to see if he could ask Lulu, like, could you describe it? Like, describe what you saw.
She looks to you and she's like holding her baby close, trying to rock it to like calm down a bit. Obviously the baby's rattled by what happened, pun not intended. And she's trying to gesture like with her free hand as she takes it off the baby at certain points and just goes, I don't know. It was a huge bird. It was ginormous. It was like a person sized. And I couldn't see. It was really dark, and we had the car lights off because we didn't want to wake the baby. I don't really want to know. Yeah, like a little car light.
Oh, I thought you meant like the headlights.
No, car light.
For the viewers back home, me and him both just had the look of like, you turn the headlights off to save
like
the baby?
A car light.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like the little interior
the inside light.
The inside car light. I just grew up hearing, just calling it the car light. So the interior light, she's saying that they turned it off not to wake the baby. But she's like, I don't know, it was huge. And it had these crazy eyes. It was like ice, like green.
Yia nods. Green-eyed bird. Is Ed still holding the feathers from the Rice's yard?
He would have given them to Nell.
Okay. Is Nell holding the feathers?
Yeah, Nell's holding the feather, and I think she also picks up one from like the car.
And they're identical.
Yeah, I think she wants to try to like observe another time or place to see if she can like see where the bird might be.
Okay. Like yeah, and I think Yia asks like, Nell, Kurita, where did you get that other feather? Because Yia doesn't know that it was in the Rice's yard.
Oh, she doesn't know it was at the Rice's yard?
No, because she was visioning.
She was seeing the past.
Right. My dad found it in the yard.
The Rice's yard?
Yeah, as he was mowing.
There was a pile of them.
Does Yai recognize anything about the bird? Like, she's lived in this area a long time, so theoretically knows about the flora and the fauna, right? She knows the woods and she knows that kind of thing.
Roll investigate a mystery.
8.
You pick up the feather. It looks pretty typical of like a bird feather in terms of construction, but it's like, it's not a color or shape you would ever know.
Great. Okay. So now you're going to do your thing.
Yeah, can I do my magic?
Yep. Roll.
Whoa.
That is a 9.
9. Bertha. So, you hold it and you close your eyes to get like a vision of, you want to see the last moment of like the feather attached.
Yeah, like the last moments it's attached to the bird. Like maybe I could see where the bird's going, hopefully.
You see like a quick image of like as if you have the POV of the feather.
Mm-hmm.
You just see like the ground below this evening. You can see the roads and everything, and you see a silver minivan flying. And almost like a jump cut, you see it looks like elongated hands that have been shaped into talons. These grotesque, it almost looks like the fingers were broken to meet that way. Tearing up the top of this minivan as if it is bread. Like it's pliable under their hands, and you see the screaming face of a man you assume is Andy, a bird. And then you, as the quote-unquote feather, you see this jarring motion as it gets stuck against one of the edges, and this creature flying up with Andy. You don't get the best view of it due to being a feather and kind of swaying a bit, but you see in there these glowing green eyes that are the same color as the petal when it is in its quote-unquote full power. Shadow and the sun being directly on the feather make it hard to see. It is the size of a person.
The bird or the feather?
The bird. The size of a person.
Bird person.
I have a guess.
And it's grotesque looking, of almost like it is just being formed in a bird shape as it flies with a bird up in the air and then flies to the street that you were just on.
Yep, that was my guess, is where the rice is. They're fucking birds. All right. I think that, Nell, are you going to say all this to squad?
Yeah, she's going to say all of it to the squad, and then she'll say, I think the rices are harpies?
Yeah, I think we should take another closer look at the Rice's house.
Yeah, Ed just kind of turns to Lulu and recognizes that Maurice is going to take care of her, kind of looks at Maurice like, you got this. We're going to look around, see if we find anything.
Yeah.
And shuffles off with the rest of the group.
You see, in a side road heading towards that area is a green bug car.
She dead as hell.
It's driving, but it slows to a stop for a stop sign.
Yeah, can we flag her down? I mean, Yai's fucking old and can't necessarily run after it, but Kurica,
Nell can beat her legs.
Nell runs.
Kurica, go stop. We got to make sure Bethany gets out of here.
All right, Nell, you running?
Yep.
All right, so Nell, you run over and just put yourself in front of the car.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Fucking Twilight style.
Yeah.
So good.
Just palm it.
Inside the car, you see the startled face of a woman in her mid-20s. You could see that she was about to go. She didn't see anything. She was about to go, so she just slams on the brakes and turns the car off, gets out of it in a huff, and she's like, are you crazy? What are you doing jumping in front of a car?
Crazy shit's going down. Your parents said to go to your aunt's in Pearsville, so go meet them there. Don't come this way.
She just looks at you and she goes, I don't know you. I am going to my parents' house.
I'm Penelope Ravensworth. My dad is running for HOA. You probably were a babysitter of mine. I don't remember. I was a baby.
She looks and she goes, I also babysat a bunch of kids here, and I didn't take their direction. I don't know you. No,
I think as they're soft, Yia Yia and Ed are probably making their way down, right?
As you make your way down, you hear that what Nell had heard, this grotesque bird-like call somewhere hovering above.
Ed would like to read a bad situation.
Yep, Ed, roll.
Oh yeah, I forget that's a thing you can do in this game.
Ed would also like to use Tactical Genius if the Jeepers Creepers will around.
Which one is that?
That is the Tactical Genius. Read a bad situation, use cool instead of sharp.
Okay, yep. Go.
And damn, I'm gonna need it. That is a dirty 9.
Something's about to go down. You don't know what? Something's about to go down. And with that, Nell, I need you to roll Act Under Pressure, and I'm also going to roll Act Under Pressure.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Get down, Mr. President.
Okay, marking another experience, because that's 6.
So you just did a full failure?
Yep.
And meanwhile...
Nat 12, you son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
I'm so good at rolling.
You are.
Why do I feel like you just picked out a photo of Nat 12?
I can roll again.
No, it's okay.
It'll still be better than a 6.
Yeah, either way, she failed.
Yeah.
Ed and Yia Yia, as you are getting close, Ed, you have this pit in your stomach as it's going on, and you see this shadowy figure from the skies just start to dart down. And before you even know, Nell, you are picked up by this creature and lifted into the sky and taken off.
I swear to God, if I accidentally kill Doot's character again.
No, this has nothing to do with you so far. So Nell, you are taken away, and the two of you see that she's being taken straight to the Rice's home.
Oh, I love this.
Well, how high are we flying?
Oh, she is
sky high, baby.
She's sky high.
Great movie.
Out of throwing pen distance is what I'm
It
hearing.
doesn't even matter.
That's so
I know
funny.
the pen is mightier than the sword, but not in this case.
Yeah.
I think Yaya turns to Bethany and is like, what I believe the young Nell was saying to you is that you need to leave Crabapple right now. Your parents are going to meet you at your aunt's place in Pear Cove.
Pearsville. Stop. There's no cove.
There's no coves.
There's no coves.
There's no fucking coves. Okay. In Pearsville, and you need to leave right now.
As you're talking this entire time, she has been screaming on the top of her lungs, and she's not even listening to you. She gets in her car, turns away.
That's fine.
Just turns and runs out.
I love that Yaya sees Nell get picked up by the bird, and it's just like, yeah, you need to leave.
You need
Yeah.
to leave.
Bethany is screaming.
Ed, meanwhile, is sprinting in the direction of the Rice's house.
Makes sense.
Can I roll magic to do one thing that's beyond human limitations to try to like run really fast to the Rice's
Yeah.
place because guy's old and can't run?
Yep.
Oh, it's on the ground. What is it? What is it? It's a 5 and it's another 5 plus 3. That's a dirty 13, baby.
Great. So you are sprinting. You are fully running. There's like little particles of magic that are like leaving a trail.
Can I pick up Ed to and run with like as I pass by?
I fully support this. Scooby-Doo this bitch.
It's usually only one thing, but that's funny. So we're doing it.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
You just pick up Ed like bridal style.
Yeah. She literally picks him up bridal style and she's like, "Let's go save your daughter," and then just like
Like Usain Bolt. She runs there.
Off to the races, you would say.
Off to the races.
This is something I desperately want drawn. I desperately and deeply want like this vision of like this bird like up in the sky, and that's like Nell is like dangling down from the bird, and then just Yai just like picking Ed up bridal style to run after. Like that image in my head is
That's
so
funny.
belongs in a museum.
This is amazing.
By the time you reach the house, like you're just right behind this bird. You see that this creature drops Nell into a chimney
Dope.
that is in the house. And Nell, I'll tell you where you go in a minute. Otherwise, the bird perches on that same chimney. And now you can see what it looks like. It is this grotesque amalgamation of man and bird. You see that the skull, almost like the front teeth have been broken and the teeth go outwards in this beak. Thin, elderly lips are cracked around it. You can still see like the dry blood that's there. Silvery hair has been falling out in chunks, eyes wide, glowing as green as the flower that is still in Nell's pocket. But the eyelids have disintegrated along with any hair that was once there. The limbs are broken into the shape of wings, but feathers have just sprouted violently out of the skin. You can see where the skin has puckered and cracked open. It's covered in just dry blood and pus and just disgustingness. He lets out this grotesque mix of a bird call and a human scream as he looks down to you. And I need you to roll initiative.
Fucking gross. I love it.
While you're rolling, no.
Yes.
Meanwhile, you're going to take about 1 point of harm
Okay.
as you tumble through this chimney. Instead of falling all the way to the first floor like you imagine, instead, it's almost like the chimney has been packed. So that way it stops at the attic. The brick that's there has been broken and you just tumble out, just hitting every corner and whatnot. You're in this dim, it's humid, it's rank. You're hit with the smell of decay and just disgust. There's very few things of light. It's mostly just cracks in the roof where the fading sunlight is creeping in. And you can see that there is this mass in like the center of the room. It looks like, for lack of better words, a nest made out of random bits and bobs that were there. And with there, you see Andy. From your vision, you see him. He is badly hurt. Badly. There's a deep gash on his shoulder for where those talons had grabbed him. You also see another person, a person you don't really know too much, but somebody around Andy's age. Somebody that you haven't quite met yet just because of the countdown, but there's another person there and they are not moving.
Oh, God.
They're face down in this quote-unquote nest, but that's not the issue. The issue is the being that's in the center of this nest. Also grotesque. Also a mix of person and bird, is a more female-ish shape. Large feathers that have just erupted from every orifice there, and that, is Mrs. Rice.
Mm.
And those eyes in the darkness turn to you, bloodshot, wide, broken. As she lets a screech and then gears up to go to you. I need you to roll initiative.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to go back to M and Trav.
The worst time to roll a nat 12 is for rolling initiative. I'm going to be
All right,
honest.
so you go first?
Yeah,
All right.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, so, Yia Yia, what do you do?
I want to use magic and communicate with something that doesn't share the same language. I want to talk to the bird people.
Talk to the bird people. Well, you just talked to this bird.
Yeah, I want to talk to Mr. Rice Bird person.
Yep.
The great American rice hawk.
A 5 and a 2 is a 7 plus 3 is a 10.
All right, so you manage to immediately connect with the bird. It sound like you hear thoughts in the bird's net. You hear like creeping, like noise and everything, and like a mesh, but you can sense like an underlying consciousness that's there.
Is the consciousness recognizably like Mr. Rice and
Yes.
human, or is the conscious? Okay. Yia says, Mr. Rice, I know that something has happened to you. Something has changed you, but I know that you are still in there. And I know that you saw something. You found something. So please stop hurting people and tell me, where did you see Millie Pritchett? I know you said you found her. Please tell me where she is.
The head shakes. The more animalistic, corrupted side tries to knock out your voice. But you hear the very, very, very faint, it almost sounds exhausted, like it's not going to last very long, voice of Mr. Rice in your head, an elderly voice, just, kill me. Let them go. And now he is flying down and he is going after you, Ed. That's a 7. So you're going to take 1 point of harm as he swoops down and slashes at your arm.
Is that including the eye on him?
Yeah, the armor.
Yes, that's including armor.
Okay.
Everything is amped up for this one in terms of damage. So you're going to take 1 point. And then, Trav, it's your turn.
Does he fly back up or is he ground level with us now?
He's still in distance, so you can attack him. He's still low to the ground.
What are the odds that I'm able to get around him?
Act under pressure.
All right.
The actual odds are going to decide for you.
Yeah, I can't say the odds.
Oh boy, that is a dirty 15.
Ooh!
I'm obsessed with you.
All right. How you want to shake your flannin'?
Ed basically is now seeing red, but also like he just got his daughter back on his side. He's not letting that fucking go.
Love it.
Ed is going to basically, like, as he's getting hit, just try his darndest to ignore it and run straight for the front door.
All right. You managed to get to the front door and you managed to like get in there. We're just gonna leave it at that though. That's your turn.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if it's locked, I'm shooting that door down.
No. You managed to get through the door. You're gonna body slam it regardless if it was open or closed. It doesn't
I would
matter.
think the door is like kind of loose from the wellness check being forced in.
Yeah.
Still has the police tape on it.
Either way, you're gonna body slam it and you can get in there. You're hit with the stench of rot as you go in. And we're gonna stop like right there, and then we're gonna go back to you, Nell.
Mm-hmm.
You see the corrupted form of Bird Mrs. Rice slowly start to approach you. Did you roll initiative?
Yeah, I rolled 7.
Okay, you go first.
All right. She's going to take a play out of Yia Yia's book. She's going to try to communicate with Mrs. Rice.
Okay. Roll.
That is an 8.
You connect, but not as well as Yia Yia did. It's hard to hear her actual voice. It just sounds like constant muttering that's there, almost like voices underwater. But you hear like a faint voice of just, fill the nest, more children, no empty nests. And now she's going to go towards you.
Damn, that's dark as shit.
That's dark as shit. I
Oh
love
my
that.
God.
one.
that.
I love it so much.
You fucking cooked this season.
Did I plan for the family episode to be the one that has a woman who's complaining about an empty nest? Maybe I
I'm
did.
obsessed with you. You're
Also,
so
you're
good.
so fucking lucky.
Oh,
That is a 2.
Snake eyes.
Snake eyes. So she starts going towards you, but she is just far more like twisted in form than Mr. Rice.
Mm.
And it's taking her a lot of time trying to get up. And we go back outside. Yeah.
Good luck, Yaya.
For one of my little like extracty potions things, if I want it to be on the bird, do I have to be touching them?
No, you can throw it.
Great.
That would be under kick some ass.
yeet.
Remember, you also have some holds.
No. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Is the bird back on the roof or is it down by me?
Down by you.
Great. I want to use magic to basically trap it. I want to ensnare it and I want to like keep it where it is.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll to do that.
God, we are on such a wavelength today.
That is a dirty 13 because
Okay.
Yai's good at magic. She's bad at everything else, but she's good at magic.
So you, this,
knitting yarn does the knitting yarn
the
thing.
knitting yarn that glows like quickly entraps Mr. Rice. You see that his arms have been lifting to like fly off again, but before he does, the yarn just ensnares him and keeps him, I don't want to say pinned fully to the ground, like his back is in, but like has kept him grounded. The yarn actually like digging into the asphalt of like the street
Yeah.
and keeping him there. His turn is skipped, so it just continues with Ed.
Okay, so this house, single story with an attic or double story with an attic?
Double.
Double? Okay. So Ed's gonna sprint up the stairs, like he's kind of looking around, he's yelling out, now! Runs upstairs. I'm searching around everywhere, not knowing that you're in the fucking attic. Like, didn't see you in the chimney. It was kind of wandering up, seeing if like maybe you went into one of the rooms.
The house is in like a state of complete chaos. It looks like everything was flipped. It looks like the paint is peeling. It's just messed. Furniture flipped.
Can I roll to see if I notice a way up to the attic?
Yep, that'd be investigate.
That is... it's a dirty 12.
Ooh.
You can see the way that the chaos is. You kind of notice the pattern, and it looks like it's all leading up to one of those like ceiling pull down things that get the stairs to the attic.
Uh-huh.
It has not been opened, but you can see like disarray and everything leading there and some like claw marks along the top part.
Got you. I'm opening that shit.
Okay, and by the time you put your head up, you see, and we go to you, Nell, actually. Nell, what are you doing?
So she's making her way towards me, right?
Yeah.
Is she like still in the nest or is she out of the nest?
She's in the nest. Like,
Okay.
she's just like slow. Like, she is like, we're talking legs are backwards and broken.
See, I don't want to trap her in the nest because there's people in the nest.
There's 2 people.
Yeah.
One very injured, the other not moving.
Yeah. I guess she's just gonna try to like taunt her and lure her out more so that like Nell can like get her in a good spot to like trap her.
That's going to be manipulate.
Okay. Okay, that is a 10.
So you taunt her out. What do you say?
She's gonna say, "Fuck on, motherfucker! Come here, motherfucker! Come here!"
Like a cat.
Yeah.
He's like, give me a pss, pss, pss. And she's still going towards you, so it didn't help or hurt.
Mm.
And she like gets out of the nest and like shifts her weight ready to go. So now I roll. And she is going to now, she's gotten her bearing. So she is coming straight after you, Nell.
Mm-hmm.
She immediately goes to pick you up using her broken teeth that are jutting out, the jaw broken out, and tries to like pick you up. But all she does is just kind of like nip at you. So you're going to take a point of harm.
Okay.
Not enough to like pick you up. Like she's not as like concrete, but it does like scratch you.
Yeah, no, like just kind of like moves out of the way enough. Yeah.
And
so that now that Mr. Rice is bound and Yai can get up close to him, she is going to take the banish tincture out of her bag, which I realized I for some reason thought banish was like, expel something from this plane, kind of think like banish item or something in like D&D. The brain blast moment was realizing that it says expel a spirit or curse from a person, object, or place it inhabits. Now that he is bound, and I like, because throwing it probably wouldn't have gone well for her, but now that she can get up close to him, he's bound by this orange knitting yarn, and she just gently like tips it on his body, yada yada.
You see the green color of the eyes fade to like this warm blue, like a summer sky. The feathers fall, but the scars they leave are there. The broken bones are there. Fresh blood trickles in the corner of Mr. Rice's mouth. As the irises now fade from this green color back, you see the pain take him. He goes, thank you. Let me die.
Let who go? Where is Millie Pritchett?
We then go back. It's gonna fit together.
I know.
It's gonna go back to Ed. You're up there now. What do you do?
Okay, I'm just gonna ask if I can add something to this building for
Good.
cinematic effect.
Good.
Some attics, at least ones that I've been in, have like a very small circular window at like the front.
Can I make an educated guess? Are you gonna try to push her out the window?
Push is a strong word. I'm flying out of there with her. I'm
Let's go.
spearing this bird lady out of the attic.
Because you're going out the window.
They scratched my daughter's arm, and right now I am in full defensive dad mode.
I'll allow it.
What do I roll?
That's gonna be kick some ass. Is it?
It's technically a nat 12, but it's a dirty 11 because I have a -1.
It doesn't matter. It's a nat 12. It overrides everything.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
How you want to shake this flannin'?
Ed doesn't say a word. He just sees they lunge towards his daughter and manage to get her arm. And while he has the utmost confidence in his daughter's ability to kick some ass, the bird lady's back is turned to Ed. So he's going to full sprint and just shoulder charge right into her back and crash through the window and hopefully land on the front lawn. I don't care how much damage I take, I'm doing this.
Nell, you see your father running full speed with no hesitation, body slamming this fucking bird lady and crash through the window. Yaya, you see through this small circular window. Mrs. Rice, first of all, didn't know that she was up there. And you see Ed tackling her. Ed had managed, while you're falling, turn so that way when you crash onto that front lawn, you land on top of her. And with a grown man's strength and an elderly woman, though corrupted, you hear the most sickening crack.
Oh,
The squishing of organs, the snapping of feathers.
Yum yum.
You rise, Ed, the moonlight now cascading over you. Not a scratch fucking on you.
Yeah, baby.
You sit up, your usual crisp shirt, the button undone a bit, blood covering your arms and legs, and Mrs. Rice is dead at your feet.
Since Ed rolled a nat 12 on this, he's actually going to say a cool line. Ed just like straightens up his crabapple tie and just goes, yeah, this bird is cooked.
I hate you and love you so much.
I'm surprised that worked.
Nell's head is like out the window looking down and like sees him and hears him say that, and she's like, okay, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, he gets that one.
He'll get that one. I'll let him have that one.
Nell, you turn back to the people in the nest.
Yeah. She's probably gonna go to the person who's like not moving first to see if, they're alive, hopefully.
So you roll them over, and they are badly injured, shallow breath. It looks like somebody around Andy's age, maybe another child visiting their parent, but a young adult. You flip him over because he was face down in the nest. He's badly injured. So, you gotta call Yia Yia up quick. But like very, very, very faint pulse. You were one countdown away from him being dead. But it's not him that immediately catches your eye. What it is instead is where he was crushed underneath. There's crap everywhere in that nest. But when you put him there, you see it's crushed. It's lost its luster, but it is a pom-pom. A crabapple cheerleader pom-pom. And as you pick it up, we go back down to Yia Yia and Mr. Rice. And he just you see the light fading. He is in as much pain as a human can possibly bear and not bear at the same time.
I also just killed his wife in front of him.
He's so out of it. There's so much pain. Literally, emotionally, and physically, so much pain. Just kind of shallow breaths, just trying to wet his lips. Just goes, couldn't take her back. Different nest. One with the core. Palm. And he looks to the attic. Nell, you pick up the pom-pom. And I'm going to just say, Nell, you've exited the house at this point.
I think she's like running down, trying to like calling for Yia to
come up to heal the guy.
Yeah. All right, so Yia Yia, you hear this. Mr. Rice, after he says this, he fades. He fades and succumbs. A wisp of a smile on his face says, a sort of bliss, says he died himself, whatever way that was. The two of you, Yia Yia and Ed, you run up to Nell. Both of you running. Ed, you just get there a bit faster, but Yia Yia, just due to your limitations, you run up a bit slower. But you take your time to look around the home. And I'm not even going to make you roll for this. I'm just going to say it. You see portraits of Mr. and Mrs. Rice. You see them of the children. You see them of their wedding day. And you see one of a young boy that you can get the impression is Mr. Rice and his father. Outside a tall-looking factory. You see from there, it's an industrial factory. The date is 1942. His father is wearing a government-issued uniform. The two of you make it up there. And Yia Yia, you go to tend to the sick. Nell, you have the pom-pom in hand. But it's mostly what you find, Ed, as you run up. As you run up, you see a pile of papers that are in the corner, shuffled about in the chaos. And you pick them up. I need you to roll investigate mystery. I'm sorry, act under pressure.
Ooh.
Even better. Dirty 13.
Perfect.
Ooh.
That +4 cool is really doing wonders for me this episode.
Yeah.
You shift through the papers. They're government-issued papers. You see the date is 1941 to 1943. And it says Project Apple.
Oh, I know what this is.
And in there, you look at the schematics, and from there, you see the design of a bomb.
Yep.
A nuclear bomb. But it's not just that. It's written there, land on impact, no detonation. Yeah, I would suggest maybe you should grab that pom-pom.
Yeah, well, can I heal the dude first?
I'm just going to say that you healed him. This man, you hear like a gentle groan as his wounds start to lessen. He still is heavily damaged, but no longer in danger of dying.
Great. Yia Yia looks up and sees Nell holding this pom-pom and says, Kurita, can I see that for a moment? I think I know how we can find our lost Millie and hopefully put an end to all of this.
Without a word, she's just going to hand it to her.
Yeah, and Yia is going to use her new move, Scrying. When looking for a person or object, roll plus weird. On a 10+, you know exactly where the object or where the target is and how to get there. On a 7 to 9, you know about where the target is, but reaching it will be tricky. On a miss, you will still learn the target's location but something else also spots you. So it's plus weird. It's also, would you consider this using magic?
Yeah, this is magic.
Okay. I have a gear that says +1 to use magic, and so that's why I'm asking. And then I also have that +2 hold from earlier.
You're
so I'm
foolproofing this.
I'm fucking yes.
Yep.
All right, so that's a 5, and that's another 5, so that's a 10, plus 3 is a 13. Yeah!
Yeah, yeah!
Yeah!
So you take the pom-pom, And the minute it's cold tinsel just hits your fingers, you're immediately taken. And it's almost like the Evil Dead like camera movement. You take the POV of just really the wind. As you move forward, you see large iron gates open up. You see beautiful flowers in a tended garden. And you see the arboretum. The door flings open. It's dark in there, pitch black. A faint green glow cascades over the bare walls. It's a looks like maybe even 3-story building, but there are no roofs inside. It's a hollow shell. Dangling within rock structures and just sludge, hanging this form that's there, the same form that Nell saw in her vision. And it is very clearly what Ed is peering at in the schematics in his hand. It's older, it's rougher, it's dented, and it's leaking. This green sludge that even in a vision, it makes your eyes water. Fused to it is calcified. It's flattened. It's decaying. And it sees you looking at it. And it turns its broken neck, the eyes of Millie staring back at you as she has become one with this, and just says, "Come and find me, and I end you." And with that, that's the end of our episode.
I love it.
Shit.
I knew it was Millie. Oh, I mean, obviously, I don't think it was Millie's fault, but it makes nuclear. Yeah, because in the early 1940s, there were so many in like suburban areas that were cover-ups for like nuclear test sites, and like the idea of like that shell of a building reminds me of the building that the Hiroshima bomb was like left in, right? That it was like there was a whole like that shell of a building was like kept and still up and all of it. I see the fucking vision. It's so good. Okay, sorry.
You
thanks.
thought it was magic. And with that, let's end the episode. Thank you everybody for listening. The next episode is going to be the finale.
You know what I want to do before the finale? I really want to watch Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind. It really gives me big Nausicaa vibes.
Yeah.
I love it so hard.
If you want to get those vibes and you want to see what's happening, please tune in for the finale. I just want to thank everybody who's been listening all this time. And I want to thank our neighborhood watch for keeping our streets safe.
Are we though?
One last thing. Can you guess what the temp name for this episode was before we exit?
I have no idea.
Family Matters.
The Nuclear Family.
Oh, Nuclear Family's really good.
It was called Empty Nesters.
That's good too.
Yeah, I love it.
And with that, thank you all for listening. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.